Okay, I'm going to make one more white rat for the day. And I'm going to be super quick with this one. Find the rat's face. You get right into it. There's the face. And I can do, happy to, oh, I forgot to say, welcome to the channel, and, welcome back if it's not your first time. I hope YouTube doesn't penalize me and demote me in the algorithm ranks, as, I'm already pretty low, I think, but that's okay. It's not about YouTube, it's not about making things for the internet, it's about making things, for yourself and the people around you, because the internet isn't everything. And what I'm going to do here, if you need me to explain anything in detail, I can make a tutorial. Like, for example, when I said find the face, you take your foil and you look at it and you say, I want a tall rat. Okay, that's going to be a tall-headed rat. I want a short-faced rat. Okay, that's a short-faced rat. You see, it's shorter, it's taller. It's if it has any features that already appear to be sticking out, like this would be a nose. I don't know if you can see that, a nose here, eye here, cheek here, chin here. You can kind of start seeing, this one would be a different style, but maybe a nose here, chin here. You can kind of make sense out of it. And I did say I would show you some of the people I make, and I didn't get to do that in the last video, so I'll do that now. This one to me looks like an old Asian grandmother. I love that. This one to me looks like maybe the moon or something as a person. I really enjoy that. Love the way it looks like it's coming out of the table. This one to me looks like a cabbie. Really enjoyed that. This one to me kind of looks like the Grinch, an old man with a Grinch face. Grinch mouth, I really like that. This one was oversized. This one looked like almost the cricket from James and the Giant Peach. I enjoyed that. But more than that, I enjoy making these little rats. I'm aiming for 3 to 5 rats a day, but it depends on the hour I wake up. I am a night owl, so I'm always up at night. But I did fall asleep early the other day, and that screwed me up. I woke up at 3 a.m. today, and and people, longtime viewers of the channel, will know that my brother thinks I work for a Jakarta-based company selling certain products, but he gets home at, I don't have the heart to tell him that that's not the truth. He gets home at 5, so I have 5:30 or so. So around 5 I get an alarm on my phone. I have to shut the whole rat operation down and, go from there. So this rat, I'm not going to go over the top. I am going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to give this rat its whole facial structure before I even put the nose on. Normally I'll do the nose first to kind of line up where I want the facial features to be, but the problem with that is you cannot just freely blend the features. You have to blend the features around the nose, and it doesn't always work out perfectly. Less than ideal situation. So this is an attempt to speed up my rat making process while still creating the perfect rat. You do not want to sacrifice rat quality. And I will maybe call these a day in the life of my small business. I do see a lot of people doing that kind of thing. But if you really want to see a day in the life of my small business, I am going to start posting my customer complaints. I can't post them, but I can read them. I don't think you can get away with posting them. I could make them anonymous. Anonymize, is that a word? I can anonymize. I don't like that, even if it is a word. I can make the complaints anonymous and then show you. But horrible, horrible complaints about these rats. And people say, the build quality is fantastic. Someone put a lot of love into that rat. But, what the rat has done to my life is unforgivable. And again, I have trouble understanding. I don't know where they came from, where all these people came from with these issues. I don't understand that, but again, that's not what we're here for. I start every video and I get right into that, but we're just going to build rat. We're just going to build rat. We're just going to build one chubby rat. And that's all we're doing, folks. Just taking it easy. So you see the chin here is to be. There you go. I apologize for not talking. I'm trying to focus real quick on what's going on here. I think I have to drop that just slightly. And this would make like a lovely chipmunk or something like that, as is, with this being the nose, eye, right here. But as you know, I do not make those. I make rats. And I am thinking about getting into a product line for cat haters, such as myself. But that's not fully determined yet. I'm thinking about it. I'm going to pull this straight up. Because keep in mind, this is the chin you're looking at. The chin and the cheek line. Okay, let's move on from that. Put the mouth. I'm going to do kind of a high mouth on this one. It's over. Let's move it over. There you go. See, it's much easier to blend this top section when you don't have the nose in place yet. And you're always going to run into something like, okay, I'd still have an issue with the bottom section because the chin's there, but it's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. So this is both lips that you're looking at right now. And then we separate them and then reform them. Separate them and then reform them. And then you can shape them however you want. There you go. It's that easy. Now I'm going to just clean up these lines, just clean up the work here a little bit. By gently pulling, you do not want any marks on these, on your rat. You gotta want to try to avoid marks on the rats. Now, you can make a rat with marks if it's indicative of the style of the rat. I'm not making that style of rat right now. I'm trying to make a clean looking rat. And you can do this just with your hands. A lot of people will use products, acetone. You can do that, and it's a great tool, but I don't rely on that. I like my rats to be fully handmade when possible. And I think we'll give this one kind of it's a larger rat, so you're going to just look at the features on that rat and determine. I think I want to give this rat a smaller nose to make it obvious that it's a larger rat, if that makes any sense. So find the nose location. I think I'm going to go a little low on the nose. Drop that nose into place. Don't overwork the nose yet. You still got a lot of work to do on the nose here. So you do not want to overwork the nose. I can't stress that enough. Now, of course, the issue will be we got the nose in place, but now the issue will be getting the nose to work, getting the nose smoothed out on the bottom, because normally the issue is fixing the lips on the bottom, but since I did the lips first on this one, we're going to have to do the nose. We're going to have to smooth out the nose. And I wanted this to be a smaller nose, but it's shaping up to be a little bit bigger than I wanted. I think it's just really the length of the nose is a little longer than I was initially hoping. You don't want to. This is almost a human-like rat, you know. I was going for a cartoony kind of. I can dial that back. It is possible to dial it back. Just be real careful with what you're doing. You do not want to overwork something like I'm getting ready to do right now. Do not want to overwork your rat. Sorry, I keep forgetting that I have to stay in the zone here. I kind of do like this little ball shape on the end of the nose here. So it's very traditional rat. We're going to try to keep that. We're going to see how that stands up to the oven. Okay, clean it up again one more time, real lightly here. And this was looking pretty good. But I do want to clean that up a little bit here. You gotta be very, very light with the way you use this tool. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, so we'll find the eye location. We're gonna give this rat high eyes. 1. And giant oversized eyes also. 2. Now this one is off. Well, I kind of do like that though. I kind of do like that. 1 very oversized eye. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. Not at all opposed to that. I would like to give this rat red eyes, but I think I'll at least give it red pupils at the minimum. So one eye is a little larger. I'm gonna make one a little bit larger. And I think this one's gonna be a little bit. Yeah, I kind of like that. One eye's kind of bulging out a little bit. Not too much. But enough for you to say, wow, that rat is crazy looking. It's enough for you to say, wow, that rat looks crazy cool, but not enough for you to say, this rat is terrorizing my animals and destroying everything I know and love. Oh. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and brush that clean. If I can find a good cheap brush. Use this watercolor brush. I did clean my table off today. It does get into chaos over here, and I do tend to live in the chaos of the rats. So I do kind of get carried away and start making rats and forget how you gotta organize this table. You gotta brush that clean. Okay, so that's pretty good. It's not perfect. It's pretty good. And we'll give this rat some ears. Easy does that, easy as she goes. Steady as she goes now, steady as she goes. Don't overthink it. That's number one issue with rat ears. You're overthinking them. So I like to form the ear directly on directly onto the head of the rat. There you go, that's pretty good. We're not shooting for perfect on these rats, we just want them to be their best, be the best rat they can be. Just like people, your rats aren't going to be perfect, your rats are going to have flaws, but you gotta accept your rats for their flaws. Trying to keep these nose holes above under the eyes, but it doesn't look like we're going to achieve that with this build. I am seeing an issue right off the bat, and that is that while I did trace the nose, send the nose hole all the way through the nose, it was apparently on an angle. So the nose is not. It's just like for me, little things like that I probably don't have to clean up. Like I don't think anyone's going to complain about that, but I will know about it, and I can't. If I see an issue, I can't allow myself to really know that there's a major issue like that. Okay, that's a lot better. We'll fire that rat in the oven, and we'll see where we're at. Okay, I got another white rat here, and I think what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to give it kind of crazy eyes here. We're going to give it, it's almost a little cartoony with the eyes, but it's, rats are not Catholic or Christian or any religious domination. This is just the use of symbolism and kind of almost like a signature in a lot of ways. You will have people online telling you otherwise, that the rats are quite the opposite of Christian, but that is not true either. These rats, they're good rats. They don't hurt anybody. So don't believe everything the internet is telling you about the rats. Give that one a little through line above the eye thing, and I think that one's line's a little bit too small there. And I think this one's a little bit too small here. Okay, there you go. I think this one has a black nose. We're gonna do red lips on this one. Kind of like that. It's not perfect, but I think that's why I like it. It's a little bit off. I'm gonna do a black nose. And I think what I'm gonna start doing, I almost like that one little spot on the nose. should have just left that paint. I was thinking about doing the ears in a different color, but we're just gonna do black here. I don't want to go too far crazy on the color schemes. Okay, and I will come back when it is time to drop the whiskers on this bad boy. Okay, and we are back for whisker time. Let's get a couple good whiskers. As you know, I am so tired of chopping whiskers, and I am thinking about investing in a whisker chopper. Now this rat has kind of started to remind me. Again, I wasn't thinking of this when I made the rat, but it has kind of started to remind me of a Dragon Ball Z character, I believe. And I don't know who. I didn't watch the series that much, but maybe someone knows in the... If you know at all what I'm talking about, please let me know, because I would be very interested to know who I'm thinking of. Oh, Mr. Tien. Goodbye, Mr. Tien. The Chow Su? I don't know, that's who he reminds me of, though. Farewell, Mr. Tien. I have been talking about starting to sell my rats again, but it's been a really tough decision for me emotionally, so I don't know if they are for sale yet or if they ever will be, but the whole point of this page was really, a lot of people in my life have been telling me I gotta start letting go of some of my rats, so if you want, you can check and see if any were posted for sale. If they are, the link will be somewhere on there. I think I need to wipe this off quickly. Okay, this one is giving me a little bit more of an issue than I would like. So let's see what's going on here. Now you got the whisker glued to the table, got glue on the hands, got a whole mess. Okay, let's go. I think the gloves I'm getting are a little too large. And that whisker just has to go. That whisker's not suitable for a rat at this point. That's a nice placement. Really happy with the way this one is turning out. Do I need to cut more whiskers for this? I think I might need to cut one more whisker. Let's see. I really want to get the middle section done on this side. Farewell, Mr. Tien. And of course, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I probably sound deranged or demented in some way, but it's from a TV series. Okay, I gotta go get one more whisker. Luckily, one whisker is on my So I don't know what the chances of that are. This is not the same whisker that I just discarded for quality issues. This is a totally different whisker. I would never place a whisker in the discard bin and then allow it back into circulation. That's not how I operate. This one's going to be really hard to say goodbye if I do get rid of it. Okay, I'm just going to let this set for, I guess it did already. Okay, so that's that one. We'll post a couple pictures of it. For now, here's a side profile. I love that. Texture on the nose, how it's not fully even. And we will post a couple pictures of this rat.